Hello and welcome back to Emily Cat 176. It's Wednesday. How are we all? I hope you've had a good week. This video is coming out a bit later again because I've done rambling today, so I'm very tired. Up and down hills, etc. About 8 kilometres and etc. So I'm a little bit weary this afternoon, but anyway. So on Wednesday, I've been talking about music and what I'm listening to. And what I've got to talk about today is Richard Wagner. I played his music in the class that I do last week. And I have to be honest, he's not my favourite composer. He's not. I don't really like his music at all. And with the videos, I actually played, because of course his best well-known work is The Ring Cycle, which goes for 3 days. 3 days! So I didn't do that. I did his other operas thinking they might be better. And one of them was meant to be a romantic opera. And no. I find Richard Wagner, the operas are very heavy. They're very male-centred. There's a lot of tenors and male voices, I find, in Wagner's operas. And, of course, he was very popular with a certain group during the Second World War, that I won't mention their name, but I think you know who I mean, because he was a German composer. And of course it's all sung in German. Now German, I like all the different languages, but like with Italian opera, because Italian's got a sort of sing-song tone to the language, German's not like that. And I don't know, to be honest, if it actually suits opera. Now, I know there are some people who absolutely love Wagner. And I was always under the impression that if you were an opera lover, at some point you've got to try and see The Ring Cycle. And as I have said before, I got the first one through the Australian Digital Hall, and I watched it till the end, and I thought, oh no, I can't listen to any more. It's just not for me. But as I said, some people, besides that group in the Second World War in Germany, really love Wagner. It's just, I find the music so heavy. And as I said, I really do think there are a lot of male voices in Wagner. I couldn't find anything romantic about the opera that was meant to be romantic. Parsifal, I think it was that one. And I have to be honest, not everyone in the class had the same opinion. No one really liked it. Now, of course, with me being the tutor, I'm showing all different sorts of opera. I knew I didn't particularly like Wagner before I did this, but it's a class about opera and other things, so that's why I played it. And it's, he's just not a favourite of mine. So let me know, do you like Wagner's work? Have any of you seen The Ring Cycle? Because I said 3 days for the whole thing. I think it was performed in Bendigo last year. And because of course Australian opera has been affected like the Australian ballet with the State Theatre being closed. And I know someone who actually went up. They had to get accommodation because I said it was for 3 days. And I don't doubt that it might be something that's on a bucket list for an opera lover, but I would be quite happy if I never heard it again. As I said, I've listened to the first one. I'm not even going to bother with the next two. I'm just not. So, this is it. This is what I'm saying now. These are the reasons why Wagner is not my favourite composer. Who agrees with me? As I said, and who absolutely loves him, because he does have his fans and his music continues to be performed even today. I think every opera country in the world will do Wagner. So yeah, this is the first video where I'm telling you I don't like something. So that's it. As I said, please leave me a comment on whether you like him or whether you don't. And I will be back on Friday. Okay? Bye.